Welcome back, pupils. It's nice to be with you again for another comprehension lesson. Today, we would be looking at another interesting topic, cause and effect. But before we move forward, I would like you to remember what we did in our lesson on making connections. You must remember that making connections is when we connect what we read with our past experiences. Now, those experiences could have come from many sources, and so making connections is done in three forms. We have text-to-self connections, text-to-text connections, text-to-world connections. Remember, text-to-self connection is where you make connections with what you are currently reading to something that you would have experienced personally in the past. Or you could also connect it to something that someone might have shared with you. Text-to-text connection is where you connect the text that you are reading with some other text that you might have read in the past. You could make connections in terms of the author, the title, or the topic of whatever you are reading. Text-to-world connection is where you make connections with the text that you are reading and information of other things that have been happening around the world. Remember, the information that you have might have been gathered from looking at the news or even surfing the internet. So please, I hope that you did recap that lesson. For this lesson, we will be learning about cause and effect in a number of scenarios. So what is the meaning of the word cause, and what do we mean by the term effect? The word cause is defined as a reason that makes something happen. It shows why something happened. Effect is the term used to describe the result or results of the cause. It shows what happened. Now, cause and effect examines the relationship between events, explaining how one event or situation causes another. Let's look at this simple example. Eating a lot of food without exercising causes weight gain. I'll read that again for you. Eating a lot of food without exercising causes weight gain. Let's look at that. Ask why something happened. What is the why? Now, questions that ask why something happens determines the cause. If we go back to our example, we see that eating a lot of food without exercising is the cause. Questions that ask what happened as a result of the cause determines the effect. Again, if we go back to our example, we see that weight gain is the effect. So, if you eat a lot of food without exercising, it causes you to gain a lot of weight. So words that can show cause and effect relationship are so, because, therefore, since, if, then, without, cause, effect, how, explain, and there are some others that you may know. Now we go on to another example so that you could better understand the relationship of cause and effect. It started to rain, so I had to go inside. It started to rain, so I had to go inside. Now, what is it that happened? And what did you do? Now it started to rain. So I had to go inside. It started to rain is therefore the cause. It is therefore the thing that happened to cause me to have to go inside. So I had to go inside is the effect. I hope you're following. Here's another. The baby lost the tooth, so the tooth fairy came. The baby lost the tooth, so the tooth fairy came. We see the tooth fairy came. Why did the tooth fairy come? Why did the tooth fairy come? The tooth fairy came because the baby lost the tooth. So, the part of the sentence that says the baby lost a tooth is the cause. And the effect is the fairy came. She was very tired as a result of working late. She was very tired as a result of working late. Here in this sentence, what is it that happened? She was very tired. In this sentence, we see that there is a switch where the effect is at the front or the beginning of the sentence. She was very tired is the effect. What is it that caused her to be tired? She was working late. So, as a result of working late is the cause. They cannot go to the cinema because it is too late. Again, they cannot go to the cinema because it is too late. Here we see they cannot go to the cinema is the effect. Why can't they go to the cinema? Because it is too late. So, because it is too late, they cannot go to the cinema. So you would notice there that in some sentences, the cause comes first, then the effect. And then there are times where the effect can come first and then the cause. So you have to be very careful. Now that I would have gone through those examples with you, I have an activity for you to spend a few minutes and try to complete them. Here are the sentences. Now you will tell me what is the cause and what is the effect in each of these sentences. Let's begin. She made one big mistake. As a result, she lost her job. She made one big mistake. As a result, she lost her job. Find the cause and find the effect. The next sentence. He didn't complain to the police, so the police didn't take any action. He didn't complain to the police, so the police didn't take any action. Try to identify the cause and effect again in this sentence. Number 3. My success was large due to luck. My success was large due to luck. Read the sentence carefully and then identify which part of the sentence shows the cause and which part shows the effect. Number 4. Due to bad weather, the match was cancelled. Due to bad weather, the match was cancelled. Try to identify again the cause and effect. And number 5. I screamed because a frog jumped on me. I screamed because a frog jumped on me. Now, I hope as you were reading those sentences that you would have been looking for some of the clue words that I would have given to you earlier. Let me recap some of those words for you. Because, therefore, since, if, then, without, cause, effect, how, explain. And remember again that these are just some of the words that we can use to help us to identify the cause from the effect. Now that you had some time to think and to work through those sentences, let's see how you did. In the first sentence, she made one big mistake. What happened because she made that big mistake? She lost her job. So, in this scenario, she made a mistake was the cause, and the effect was that she lost her job. Did you get that one correct? Let's move on. Number 2, he didn't complain to the police, so the police didn't take any action. Now, what is the cause in this scenario? Yes, if you would have said he didn't complain to the police, you're correct. That is the cause. And because he didn't complain to the police, what was the effect? The police didn't take any action. That part would be the effect. Number 3. My success was large due to luck. My success was large due to luck. What is the cause in this scenario? Due to luck. And what is the effect of her luck? Yes, excellent. My success was large. So due to luck, my success was large. So be careful if you see that the due to luck is at the ending of the sentence. So that one was a little tricky, not so tricky after all. Number 4, due to bad weather, the match was cancelled. Due to bad weather, the match was cancelled. Now, if you've played cricket or you've played any sport that depends on the weather, this one should be easy. What is the cause in this scenario? Yes. The cause in this scenario was due to bad weather. What happened because of the weather? The match was cancelled. So due to bad weather, the match was cancelled. The match was cancelled, therefore, is the effect. And the final sentence. I screamed because a frog jumped on me. I screamed because a frog jumped on me. In this sentence, we see that the cause is a frog jumped on me. In this sentence, we can see that the cause was a frog jumped on me. And the effect was I screamed. So I screamed because a frog jumped on me. You can try it. Scream, and someone will say, but why did you scream? Well, I screamed because a frog jumped on me. That one was a bit exciting. Were you able to figure out all of them or any of them? I am pretty sure that you were able to do some. Now here I have a table that you can look at, and it's just a simple way for the first phase of learning how to identify cause and effect that you can do, where you have the sentence and then on a table you could write cause on one side and effect on the other side. and you divide your sentence as such. So when you are reviewing your work, it would be easy for you to remember how you can identify cause and how you could identify the effect. So this is just another example of how you can do your work so that it is easier for you to remember. Okay then, let's check back on what we covered today. We said that cause is a reason that makes something happen. It shows why something happened. We also said that effect is the result of the cause. It shows what happened. Now, cause and effect examines the relationship between events, explaining how one event or situation causes another. There were some questions that we said we could ask. And we said that questions that ask why something happens determines cause. Questions that ask what happened as a result of the cause determines the effect. We also looked at some of the words that would help us to separate cause and effect. What were some of those words? We had so, because, therefore, since, if, then, without, cause, effect, how, and explain. And do remember that I said there are more words that you could also find if you take some time and read up a little more about it. Well, boys and girls, that was quite a lot that we did on cause and effect. Now make sure you look for scenarios and identify the cause and effect. Or simply in your home, just think about some things that would have happened or some things that you did and ask yourself, why did I do this? And what happened because I did this? That will help you to differentiate between cause and effect. Stay safe and see you next time right here on the Literacy Ladder.